Welcome back to Pregnancy JSJ Meditations. In today's episode, we will be practicing 2 holds that help relieve lower back pain and hip pain. During pregnancy, the lower back and hips can be an area that receive quite a bit of attention and accumulate tension, which then translates to pain, discomfort for us pregnant women. And there's 2 simple holds that we can practice that are very beneficial, not only for the lower back pain and hip pain, but also to relieve stress and tension from the entire backside of our body, and also emotional, physical stress, tension that have accumulated in the body. And this particular hold also helps boost our immunity. So quite a few things going on with this hold. And today we'll just be practicing 2 positions. We'll practice the hold on the left side of the body, and then the self-care hold on the right side of the body. So as you find yourself in your comfortable desired position today, whether that be lying down or sitting up, if you are lying down, I would recommend starting on your right side, as we are going to practice the left flow first. And it might be a little bit easier to get your hands in position if you're lying on this side, and then halfway through we'll flip over onto our left side if you're lying down, so that we can practice on the other side. So the first thing that we do is take our right hand and place it over our shoulder. And place your hand over kind of the inside of your shoulder, closer to your neck area, so that your fingertips kind of make a little hook around to your upper back. And if you poke your fingers around up there, you might feel a little bit of a sore spot or tense spot. This is our safety energy lock number 11, and this is where we're going to rest our fingers. And within the JSJ practice, you don't have to push. It's not about the pressure. It's just about where our hands are, inviting that energy to that particular point. So my right fingertips are fairly close to my spine today, as that's where I'm feeling the tension, and right there at the top of my back. And then my left hand gets placed so that my left fingertips are at my groin. So right where your leg meets your torso, there's that little crease that your body would make if you bent your leg up, and that's where your left fingertip should be, right in the middle of the left side groin. And this is where we will rest for the next about 7 minutes, and then we'll switch sides. If you can, just find your arms so that they're nice and comfortable, and if you need to find pillows or blankets to prop up your elbows or upper arms so that you can relax completely, I invite you to do that now, so that you can relax fully and completely in this moment, taking this time for you, taking this time for your baby, taking this time to find a little bit of relief from the stress and tension that has accumulated. One of the best things that we can do for ourselves during a JSJ self-care session is to focus on our exhalation, and focusing on providing our body, our lungs, with a full and deep exhalation, so that it doesn't feel super forceful or anything like that, but just so that it feels good for you. So if you've had a calmer day, maybe your exhale is not quite as loud, maybe it's super even and just really peaceful, or maybe if you've had a stressful day, your exhales sound more like a sigh at the beginning here, to help get yourself and signal to your brain that now is the time to relax. you're taking a moment to be still so you can sigh out a little bit of that stress that you've accumulated today. So really listen to your own body, figure out what you need in this moment. And let's practice 3 breaths, watching and focusing on our exhalation. You can follow along with me, or you just practice on your own. And if you're not familiar with many meditation practices, focusing on your breath only might be a bit challenging, which is why I like to offer some emotional freedom techniques during these episodes to really just help guide and encourage any listener to practice the most beneficial parts of meditation, which to me and my personal experience have been the JSJ holds and focus on breath. But for me, when I started meditation, just focusing on breath was very difficult, and the emotional freedom techniques helped me to really feel a release, helped me really feel a shift. So let's practice a couple of those now, and then we'll move to our other side. Disentangle from my overthinking mind, and I reintegrate now. I realign with taking a step back in my mind so that my thoughts are more in front of me, as I can just watch them now and not attach to them, but just simply watch them. I watch my thoughts go by, and I reintegrate now. I realign with focusing on my exhalation and relaxing in this moment. Reintegrate now. Realign with wholeness and infinite self. Realign now. I disentangle from all the judgmental thoughts that pass through my mind, and I reintegrate now. I realign with acceptance, feelings of acceptance. Reintegrate now. Realign with feelings of love, peace, and acceptance. Realign now. Breathe out fully and completely. I like to disentangle from judgment quite often because I think as women we can get to judging ourselves so quickly, especially during meditation when we feel like we're not doing it right or practicing certain things correctly. But when you practice these particular meditations, I really just want you to do your best to let all that go. Just be you, be your own breath, and be in this moment. Follow along as you can. Let everything else just go. No matter what you're doing it correctly. You are exactly where you need to be in this exact moment in space and time. And I know for me, when I get to judging myself, it's not healthy. It doesn't help me progress through the day very well, through life very well. So focusing on just letting that judgment go and just being who I am is so helpful. So as we switch to the other side, I'd like to continue with the emotional freedom techniques as we finish up the other side, release some stress and tension from our right hip and our right lower back. So if you're lying down, I will give you just a little bit of time to flip over on your other side. And once you're in the opposite position, so your left hand will be over your right shoulder so that your fingertips are on the upper part of your back closer to your spine. Your fingertips make a little hook over that shoulder area. And again, poke around, see if you feel a nice tender sore spot. And then put your right fingertips at your right groin. So right where your leg and pelvic area meet, right in the middle. Let's continue with our practice of disentangling from overwhelm and judgment. Disentangle from feelings of overwhelm. Reintegrate now. Realign with my breath. Acceptance of my breath and relaxing my body in this moment. Reintegrate now. Realign with wholeness and infinite self. Reintegrate now. Disentangle from judgmental thoughts, whether they be judgmental thoughts of myself or others, and reintegrate now. Realign with feelings of acceptance, feelings of peace. Reintegrate now. Realign with love, peace, and wholeness. Reintegrate now. Disentangle from being caught in my thoughts. Reintegrate now. Realign with taking a step back in my mind and watching my thoughts. Reintegrate now. Realign with feelings of disconnecting from my thoughts for the time being, to give my mind a break and just simply resting in this moment. Reintegrate now. Realign with thoughts of breath, feelings of peace and love. Reintegrate now. Now let's practice a little disentangling from fear, the feelings of fear. And if you're not sure, if you feel like you don't have any fear, that's okay. You can still just practice this. We all have fears about things, even if they're very little things. And just let it come up. You don't have to identify where it's coming from to practice these things. Breathe out fully and completely in this moment. I disentangle from feelings of fear and I reintegrate now. I realign with feelings of trust, acceptance. Reintegrate now. Realign with wholeness and infinite self. Realign now. I would like to finish this meditation by repeating a few affirmations a few times over. So please just listen. You don't have to agree with the statements, but I would encourage you to let them sink in. And if you are able to repeat them back in your own mind so that it can sink in even further, follow along in that way and repeat it back to yourself as you focus on your breath and as we focus on these affirmations as we finish up this meditation today. I trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. I am safe. I trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. I am safe. I trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. I am safe. I trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. I am safe. I trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. I am safe. Thank you for taking the time to practice this meditation today. It benefits you and your baby so much. Please share this resource with anybody that you think might find this helpful, and share on pregnancy forums or your social media, or just word of mouth directly to others as you see fit. I thank you so much for being a listener, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day.